Hey everyone, this is Dion here with Racers 360. Today we're going to be walking through a little bit of how you can use your video to hopefully look at where your eyes are and how do you know, are my eyes up? What does that actually mean? So we're using a customer of ours named Scott. Scott's driving at a really high level and he's driving a car that's quite free on entry, and he's looking at that final little bit of finding the limit on entry. And with Scott, one of the issues that he has is slightly low eyes. And we were helping him walk through how he can actually pick his eyes up and showing him that so that he can work on rolling more entry speed. So please know that, of course, every session or every coaching bit is really personalized to a learner. And what is right for Scott may not be right for you. But I think you're going to find some value today as we walk through how he can get his eyes up. So let's go ahead and share Scott's video here. So we've got this open. I'm going to play this full speed to start off with, and I just wanted to go through turn one here at Thunder Hill. So we're playing it. He's approaching the brake zone. Going to go all swing right to maximize his radius. Here we are, braking hard, turning in. There it is. Good apex here. Using all the track at corner exit. All looks pretty calm and collected. But there's a little bit more available for Scott at corner entry. So how do we know his eyes are slightly low? Well, as we approach the brake zone here, what I want you to do is stay focused on Scott's head. And I'm going to pause it as soon as you actually visually see his head start to turn, which is typically where the eyes start to go in. We would like Scott to already be looking at the apex here. But as we approach the braking point, right there, and you can see here, if we go slow motion, right here is where his head turns to look towards the apex. And we can see, so the head turn is right now, but look at his hands at the same moment. His head is fine, and his eyes are finding that apex only as he's starting to turn into the corner, which is way too late. With the eyes too low, as you're picking them up to turn in, you're naturally not starting to trail off the brakes early enough. So he's not rolling as much speed into the apex as he could. So for Scott, what we would like to see is as he approaches the brake zone, so he's still flat out, before he slams on the brakes, he should have already picked up his eyes to look for the turning point. So we're most likely, he's still looking at his reference point for where he's going to brake. Now he's looking at the turn in, looking at the turn in, looking at the turn in, looking at the turn in. Now he picks his head up to look for the apex. Instead, as you approach the initial brake application point, you've already picked your eyes up to find the turning point. And then as you hit the brakes hard, you should already be transitioning and looking towards the apex and using your peripheral vision to pick up that turn-in marker. But if you are still looking at the turn-in marker at this point in the corner, your eyes are too low. So we need them to look towards the apex early. And then as Scott turns in here, that's where we want to transition our eyes actually away from the apex and towards the exit. So really by now, Scott's eyes should be looking for the corner exit, because that's what we want to try to ask ourselves, how early can we start to unwind the steering wheel? And if you're still looking at the apex here, you have the same problem of getting to the apex, looking up and saying, oh, let me open my hands now, which is typically too late. So you can see here, we're always about a step to a step and a half ahead of where the car is. So we're looking for the exit, we pick up our apex with our peripheral vision, and that's what's going to allow us to work on that brake release and work on that entry speed, let the car roll to the apex. So that's been our coaching note today. Racers 360, walking through how Scott can use video and use our Racers 360 coach to identify the subtleties to finding that limit of more entry speed. But of course, coaching is different for everyone, and we all have different issues. We have different cars, we have different driving styles, we're on different tracks. So if you would like to know what you can do to improve, go to racers360.com to learn how to upload your video and access world-class coaches today. We'd love to help you on your journey through this sport, as we've helped hundreds of other drivers. Hopefully this video has been helpful. We'll look forward to seeing you on the track soon.